Hey guys, it's Dom from City Warmth in Brighton, and in today's video we're looking to save you money on your gas bill. Have any of you guys seen this?
How to turn down the flow rate. Now, you'd normally want it to be around 60 degrees, but most people's boilers are set higher. That's really inefficient.
Or maybe you've seen this?
In 30 seconds you can turn a boiler flow temperature down here.
Okay, so in this video we're looking at boiler flow temperatures, why they matter and what you can do with them to save yourself money. We will cover why should I turn it down, how do I turn it down, should I turn it down, and how far can we go with this thing to save you guys money. Okay, so why turn the flow temperature down? The quick answer is that we turn the flow temperature down to get the boiler to condense. Does your boiler have a white plastic waste pipe on the underside of it that looks a bit like this? If so, your boiler is a condensing boiler, and we want the boiler to condense as much as possible. The more it's condensing, the more money it's saving. To keep it simple, condensing is when a boiler reuses the heat that would otherwise escape from the exhaust. For reference, this is a boiler that is not condensing and is wasting a lot of money out of that exhaust. The flue pipe is the technical term. Okay, so how do I turn the flow temperature down on my boiler? I'm glad you asked. Somewhere on the front of your boiler will be a dial or potentially a push button keypad that allows you to adjust the temperature of your boiler. If you have a combi boiler with a dial, it will typically have a radiator symbol either above or below the dial. Turn the dial towards the minimum temperature setting or towards the direction that makes the number go down. If you have a digital display, you will typically need to press the button next to the radiator symbol, and then when in the next part of the menu, push the minus button reducing the temperature and press the tick button to confirm your choice. If you're still not sure, having watched this video and having had a look at the front of your boiler, fear not. City Warmth do this type of thing as standard when you book a boiler service with us. We will look at ways to save you energy any way we can, adjusting flow temperatures, range rating, and adjusting the temperature of your domestic hot water. So what are you waiting for? Book in a service now. Should I turn it down? The quick answer to that is yes, you should turn the flow temperature down on your boiler. There are, however, some exceptions. You may find that having turned the flow temperature down on your boiler, some radiators in your house no longer get hot.
It's frickin' freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
This is possibly because the pipework going to them is too small. If this is the case, then turn the flow temperature back up a few degrees at a time every day until your radiators get hot. Any reduction in that flow temperature number is better than no reduction. We've already told you that City Warmth do this every time we undertake a boiler service. We also do it when we install them or if we repair them. So if you are in need of a new boiler, a boiler service or a boiler repair, please get in touch today. So how far can we take this? So if Martin Lewis and the UK government are recommending that the flow temperature should be 60 degrees, is that the number to go to? Well, no would be my short answer on that. Remember, we're talking about the boiler flow temperature here and not the temperature on your room thermostat. But if your boiler flow temperature is currently set to 70 degrees, 75 degrees, maybe even 80 degrees, reducing it to 60 degrees will save you a good amount of money on your gas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
But the savings only really appear when the boiler is in condensing mode, and your boiler won't condense unless the return temperature going to it is below 54 degrees. And the more we can get that number under 54 degrees, the more money we can save. Okay, so magic question. How do we get the return temperature under 54 degrees? By turning the flow temperature down. You lose crudely 20 degrees between the flow temperature going out from your boiler and your return temperature coming back to your boiler. So if we were to theoretically run a boiler flow temperature under 54 degrees, we would have a boiler that was condensing 100% of the time when in heating mode. The lower you can get that flow temperature while still having a warm house, the more money you're going to save. So come on people, how low can you go? Turn that flow temperature down. One final quick note is that you may need to have your heating running for longer if you turn the flow temperature down. But remember, it's cheaper with a condensing boiler to have your heating on for longer at a lower temperature than for shorter periods at a higher temperature. For more homeowner plumbing and heating tips and energy saving advice, like this video, subscribe and follow us at City Warmth.